Greetings, Dennis Daniels here. In my previous video, I took a Fast API demonstration code, which is right here, and then I asked GPT to modify it so that I would include year and price as integers. You can see right here, add two more classes, add price as an integer, and I misspelled it, and it still got it right. I submitted the code that I already had, which definitely helped, and I submitted the HTML that I also had, which also again helped. And let's take a look at what we got. So here's the Fast API. Here's the base model, and the code added just these two things here, which are both integers. You'll see that, and the year you can see. I had manually suggested these years. I don't know if Jinja is smart enough to handle a calendar object. That would be fun to do. Maybe we can add that in a to-do document here. Let's Control B, close that window, and I'll add a to-do, add Jinja calendar interface for the year. Oh, well, okay, just for year. All right, so I'll leave that, and I just saved it so you can see the server has just re-upped, and you see you see the manufacturers here, and then it calls index HTML, which is in the templates right here. Sorry, it's right here. Templates index.html. Control B to close that. And now you can see all the Jinja fun. I've been looking at Fast UI that can theoretically do all of this much easier, but I haven't gotten into it enough to know how. That being said, let's take a look at the final thing, which is the JSON output. I wanted the JSON to be legible to the user after they submit their data. And you can see what it looks like. So here, I just refresh the page, and we'll choose a red Honda from 1981, and then I'll try and type just simple letters. Oh, okay, it accepted E. Interesting. Maybe because it's thinking it's scientific notation. But let's. It only takes numbers generally, and when I click submit, you'll see that I've got a red Honda 1981, and here is the JSON output. Now, one of the things I would want to be able to do is to match these fields to an HTML JSON. Match this JSON to a JavaScript application that would then generate new HTML, for example. That would be a different video, different time. But let's go ahead and just prove the point of how cool Pydantic is if you haven't realized it yet. I'll just for giggles, let's go ahead and add another manufacturer here. And I start typing manufacturer and name. It's already submitting. I already have some Subaru, so I'm not going to use Subaru here. Name equals BMW, for example, BMW, and then a comma. And let's see if it will allow me. See, its manufacturer is fine. I don't want Subaru again because it's not smart enough to recognize that I already have it. So let's go ahead and add Mercedes. Control S, and all right, so that looks positive. And yeah, we can see sorted. All right, so here is, okay, now it makes it a little easier for everybody to read. Here are the car types. And now I go back to my web page, I refresh, and you see I have BMW, and you can see it's all sorted. And you can see the colors are sorted. And just for one, just for giggles, we'll go ahead and add one more year just to show you how cool this whole thing is. And I will add a year out of order. And let's say 1989. Now it should technically sort this as well because it says sorted. So let's see what happens. Go back to the web page, Control R to refresh. And there's a year, and 1989 is sorted. Let's go ahead and just do another one because I want to see if it's smart enough to pick up a year earlier. So we'll go with 1908. Ford, I think, had cars in 1908. So let's give that a try. Control R to refresh. And 1908 is there. So, of course, BMW, I think, had cars by then. We go ahead and click submit. And yes, here is our black BMW 1908 for $45,000. All right, that is a quick demonstration of Fast API using Pydantic. You can see Pydantic is right here. I'm not 100% sure which Pydantic version I'm using, so let's do a quick check. Pip list. Okay, so pip list Pydantic, py Pydantic. I saw it. Okay, Pydantic core 2.14 and Pydantic 1.1. Now I know there's a Pydantic 2. I don't know if if that's what that is referring to, or what in fact is the difference between these two. But long story short, I built a very simple user interface that generates valid JS objects from a Pydantic Fast API interface. And from here, the next obvious step would be connecting this to a database with full CRUD, with full create, replace, undo, delete options. Big thanks out to Echo Hive for the ideas, and thanks for watching, and happy computing.